Oi, chummers! We are back once again with I'm Bull, and this is my Let's Play of Shadowrun Hong Kong by Harebrained Schemes. Welcome to part 5. We are now busting into a triad lair to give a message to a triad boss who's kind of stepped out of line with his triad masters, I guess. Unfortunately, we were supposed to try to sneak in here, and we completely foobarred that by getting into combat with the guards. But that's okay. Apparently it's still, you know, that's one way to do it. It's not necessarily the best way, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so, and now we're going to basically loot the place. A little bit of new yen, never hurts. Can I go down in here? Yes. Let's see what's down and around over here. Got a locked door. We got a SimSense vending machine. Take the chip. We have a SimSense chip. I don't know what it'll do, but we have one. Alright, we got something else we can loot. Strangle Bow's Code. Strangler Bow. I'm guessing that gets us in the store panel without having to hack it or get lucky or whatever. Oh, right. I need to actually look at that. Because while I picked up the code, it's actually a code. 6378. It's not just a, you know, like a keycard type deal. Crap, what was that? I'm terrible at remembering numbers short term. We should write these things down. Mission items. 6378. 6378. Alright, let's try this again. 6378. 3. There we go. 78. Alright, excellent. Oh, and we're just getting shot right off the gate. Excellent. I was hoping that would happen. Fortunately, they're missing like crazy, but... I do wish there was a way... I don't think there is. I wish there was a way to kind of rotate the camera around. But I do not believe there is one of those. Alright, well. I can't seem to do anything without... There we go. Alright. Unfortunately, this doorway makes for a pain in the butt trying to actually shoot at people and get lines of sight. Ooh, he took a bunch of damage. pair of crits was awesome. A pair of misses was less awesome. There we go. Well, that was ugly and sloppy as hell. But now we can talk to this idiot. A large man in his 50s stands waiting, his heavily tattooed arms held in a fighter stance. His bone structure is heavy, corded muscles stand out on his arms and chest. In his youth, he must have been enormous. He doesn't talk so much as emit a low rumble. Okay, killer, you have my attention. Candygram for Strangler Bao. Much love, kindly Chang. I don't do funny. You have some sort of message? I can't wait to hear you. You speak Cantonese so well. Just slot the stick, load the message. Mr. Bao, as everyone knows, you are a man of swift action. I respect that, and because of that respect, I will get right to the point. I know where your money is coming from. I know that you have friends working for straw sandals like myself. They have been siphoning funds from their organizations. I know about the noodle shop that you launder the money through. I have tasted their broth and found it wanting. You have been stealing from the Yellow Lotus, glorifying yourself with revenue that we have earned, and I have the files to prove it. Now, in light of our recent conflict, you might be wondering why I'm keeping this information to myself. Why I haven't exposed you so you could be dragged from your Lotus Den by the balls and slowly roasted on a rotisserie spit. In truth, I respect your ambition, but you have a lot to learn about candor and loyalty, but I believe that you still have value. I am willing to work with you. However, in order for that to happen, we need to come to an understanding about the nature of our partnership. I own you, Bao. You and all of your men. You are my fucking playthings. Dolls to twist and pose as I see fit. I am in this position because I am far better at this than you, and it is time that you learned it. Accept what I am telling you, and we can get back to business. Prosper together. But if you continue your little rebellion, I will mail tiny pieces of you to your children and take their picture as they open the packages. You have 24 hours to return to the fold. If you aren't here licking my heels by then, the information will be released and you will become food for fish. Your choice, Bao. 24 hours. Get out. Tell Miss Chang to expect me at Swift Winds tomorrow morning. Well, that was enlightening. A little disappointed I had to do it that way. I have no idea how I would have gotten through it otherwise. Alright, let's see if there's anything down here. Obviously, I keep missing things. Heavily muscled triad soldier screaming at a bearded old man holding a bleeding nose. This isn't enough. You've got two options. Huh. Well. Ah. Excellent. I can scroll. Oh, you know, I wanted to check on that. Options. You can't actually... Oh, there it is. That doesn't actually seem to do much for the game itself. The high-res scale mode. I guess maybe if I had like a really, really big screen, I would need it. But I don't. Ah, there we go. Burning tires or whatever they were. I needed to check on those. Bucket of sand. Ah, and now I can put the... Because you can't use water on a rubber fire. But you can use sand. There we go. Well, I can go to the lower levels now. Let's look around just a little more. Oh, okay. I can't get any further. Yeah, mine. Alright, so we'll continue on to the lower levels. Alright, so that's where I'm going, but let's explore first. Because there should be one more thingy I need to do. There we go. Inspect this. Duncan, can you have any hand? Yay, we did it. Alright. Is there anything else down here? Nope, can't go there. Anything over here? Oh, somebody to talk to. Ah, that dude. Oh, well, I guess I'm just beating the crap out of him. Beat the crap out of this guy. Pick up. I wonder if we can return it to that dude. We can try. Let's see what happens. There you go, got this back for you. Let's see if I can talk to, what's her name, the student again. Alright, she was down here. Over here. See if she's got to say anything. It's done. Thank you so much. I'm not magically active, so I can't see the flow of key in the area, but I've got test strips, little strips of paper embedded with key-sensitive bacteria. It's a close relative of fab, but it doesn't see much use outside of Hong Kong. Damn it, I've been making adjustments for a week now, trying to get the key to circulate better, and nothing seems to work. If anything, this one went bad even faster than the control strips. Any idea why? No, it should work. I followed the text, done everything right. The key here is rancid, that's obvious. But I swear it's even worse than it should be. So I'm guessing something's doing it deliberately, maybe. Alright, well. Glad to know that my little side mission didn't do a damn thing. That's neat. I like that little sign. Alright, head back into the sewers. Or lower level, not sewers. And get back to Hoenn or whatever. Hoenn. Well, always a good idea to explore. Oh. Door panel. Ooh, nice having a decker on your side. We could have come down through here. Alright, well, we don't need to do that. Because this would have been how to get in without having to fight my way in. Of course. Yeah, I just took a wrong turn. Oh well, no biggie. Alright, Wu holds up his hand for everyone to stop, turns to the two of you and hooks his thumb in his belt. Well, that was a thing. Never thought it'd be shuttling messages between criminals and Hong Kong Syndicate. I can't imagine what Raymond would have wanted in the walled city. This place just feels wrong. This place makes you feel like your life has no value, like there's no point to anything. Great life you have here, runner. It's a life, the only one I've got. Beats living in this cesspool. Can we get out of here? Let's go, gun show. Lead the way. That's not gonna stick, is it? Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, so it's hard to shake off the walled city. Its gravity clings to you as if the wretchedness itself had grown tentacles. The sounds of suffering subside, but their echoes still thrum in your insides. Isabel walks quickly, regularly checking over her shoulders as if expecting pursuit from the buildings themselves. She hugs her cyberdeck to her chest as if protecting a small child. Wu pauses a moment and breathes a sigh of relief when you finally reach the streets. The return to the Hio isn't like coming home. Suspicious looking and closed mouths accent unsmiling faces that billboard a universal message. You don't belong here. Time to report back to Kindly Cheng and inform her that the message has been delivered. Get this business over with, get your sins burned, get to the next step, whatever that is. You leave the City of Darkness behind, head to the Mazon Parlor, and a date with a crime lord. And we'll wrap up this next part, and I think that will be the end of the video. And then I'm going to take a break. Because I haven't actually played that much technical game time, but unfortunately it takes a bit longer. Oh, hey, there's a subway I can use now. Oh, and a large X formed by peeling duct tape. X in the middle of the street. That isn't suspicious or anything. Maximum law. Did I talk to this guy before? I don't remember. Bins of electronics crowd every dry patch on the dock. A young man wearing bulky virtual reality goggles glances your way for a moment, then turns away in disdain. Who are you? Shops closed, get lost. Alright, well. Friendly little dude. Alright. Well, let's not sweat it. Let's get in here and get going. Kylie Chung watches you closely as you walk across the Mazon Parlor. As you approach, her lieutenant leans in and brings her mouth close. Cheng smiles and nods, her eyes never leaving you. I've heard from Bao. He got my message very clearly. But he also says there was bloodshed, and I specifically told you to let them live. I'm disappointed. Couldn't be helped. We were defending ourselves. You screwed up, plain and simple. Nonetheless, I expected you to be a bit sloppy. It's partly why I sent you. Part of the message was on that stick. Part of it was the messenger. Bao didn't rate sending real Shadowrunners to deal with him. Your sloppy handling of the job helped to prove my point. So, does that mean we get our sins burned? Yes, it does. My message was delivered, and Strangler Bao is back in the fold, earning for me. As far as I'm concerned, our transaction is complete. While you were gone, I set the wheels in motion to wipe your identities. The order has been sent. Congratulations, you are now sinless. Shadow people. I guess that's done. Yeah, I guess so, but I'm not. Whoever gave the kill order on Carter also forced us to give up our identities and took Raymond. It's all I can think about. Find who did this, finding Ray. While I was working to get your sins back burned, I also had my network look into Raymond Black's disappearance. She rests her PDA on the mahjong table facing you. The Triad boss's tongue slips from her mouth as she looks over the top, hunting for the right button on its upside-down interface. She finds it and looks up at you again. I have news to share with you, my darlings, the kind you won't like. Raymond Black is dead. She taps the button in a recorded newscast. Raymond's photograph appears on the screen behind a reporter standing on the docks in Victoria Harbor. It's a picture you've seen before, a professional portrait taken for a press release at about a youth center he was opening in the Redmond Barrens. Under the Raymond's photo are the words, Seattle man killed. Another shooting involving the police department. A Seattle community organizer and industrial engineer was apparently shot and killed while resisting arrest at Victoria Harbor last night. HKPF report that the UCAS man, Raymond Black, was behaving erratically and would not respond to police orders to surrender. No additional information regarding Black or why he was traveling to Hong Kong are available. Police have stated that due to the shooting's proximity to last night's shootout with White Star, the investigation must remain confidential and no other details are being revealed. This just keeps getting worse. Sorry for your loss. I never had a father, so I don't know what it's like to lose one, but sorry. You okay, Duncan? Security footage from Victoria Harbor from last night. You'll find it contains a contradiction. The PDA shows silent, grainy footage of Raymond sitting in a tea shop flanked by two guards. He's looking at something in his hand, completely distracted. The footage continues and several black-clad figures enter. A tall, sharply dressed man in a suit walks briskly towards Raymond. Those weren't cops and Raymond wasn't resisting arrest. What's up with that guy's face? Is that a mask? Doesn't look like a mask. It looks like some sort of rigid, semi-energetic implant. Real craftsmanship. It's also the kind of fashion accessory that stands out in a crowd. The guy's either a fool or an arrogant son of a bitch. Either way, I'm gonna find him. We stay in the shadows. Oh no. I like the way you think. That's exactly what I would do. But how? I'm afraid there are some facts you are going to have to face. You are alone in this country. No network, no money, no identity. I can protect you from the police, but how would you go about discovering what happened to Raymond without me? How would you survive? You've had very long nights. And frankly, you all look like shit. Rest now. I promise you safety in my town for the night. We'll talk about the plastic-faced man tomorrow. Ladies, go find our new friend a place to bed down in this rat's nest squat boat you call home. We'll all talk after you've slept, figured out our next steps together. Can I ask a question? No questions. Alright. Alright, let's level up a little bit. Since I have some Alright. Let's see. We'll do that. And we will do that. And we're going to get the security etiquette. Now I'm guessing the bolt hole is where I want to be. Safe boat instead of safe house. That's cute. You two can bunk here for a while. The head's over there to take care of your necessaries. It may look communal, but try to knock before you enter. Seriously. I know the drill. It stinks of fish, just like the place we squatted at in Leary Avenue back when we were kids. The one with that Aslan family and their dog. You hated that dog. He kept digging out my food stash no matter where I hid it. Still was sad what happened to him and the family. No one should go out that way. I think I've been up for something like 36 hours. This is the end of one shit stain of a day. Time to end it. Anything you need before I leave? It's just Isabel and you? Yep. And the creepy Russian guy running the engine room downstairs. Nothing to worry about, he mostly keeps to himself. He'll stop soon, he's usually quiet. Check the locker over there, you can stash your stuff in it. No one will touch your things in there, and it's a lot bigger than it looks. How do people like us get our hands on anything? We found it. It was full of BTL junkies when we came across it. They were completely wigged out on some multiplayer cyber game. I'm not sure if they ever chipped out of it. They were completely emaciated, stewing in piles of their own shit. Their eyes had sunk in their skulls. They racked up a killer score, though. Nightjar ran him out. Not sure what happened after that. Anyways, it's ours. And Ching said so. All but the engine room, you mean? Right, everything but that. Annie rented it out from under us. Whatever, we weren't using it. As long as our downstairs neighbor keeps to himself, he can have the lower level, especially if it keeps Annie Cheng happy. Alright. Place to put all our stuff. And actually, I think that did refresh now that I'm looking at it. I don't know, hard to say. I may have just moved anything I'd given my dudes back. I don't know if I actually used any of their stuff. We'll have to play around and experiment. Alright. Now, I'm not going to hit that yet. I think this is going to be where I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked and want to watch more. And as always, thank you guys. I appreciate your viewership. And we will see you next time for part 6. Have a good one.